Hey, what's up, YouTube? Hopefully the audio is working on this thing. I've been having problems with this mic. That started yesterday. Didn't want to work. Yesterday was just a bad day. It was bad all around. Uh, got up to get on the bike. The seat last week I got stuck in the rain. It was out there, and I didn't put the cover on, so it was wet. Got a lot of water into it. Um, so I took the cover, little bag that the rain cover goes in, and put that on the seat. Sat down on it. Everything felt fine. So I started backing up, and the bike is kind of heavy. I'm like, why is it so hard to push out from the parking spot? Well, the tire was low. So I turn on my tire pressure monitor. Sure enough, 24 pounds. Pull into a gas station. It's just just right down the road, not very far. It's just pull into the gas station, give them a little pump out, throw it on there, air it up to the right pressure, spin the tire. Kind of like I think I see a spot where there's like a little bit of a nail. So I'm like, awesome! I got a nail in the tire. Great. I need a new tire anyway soon on it. So I was like, I'm gonna ride it and see if it'll hold pressure. I'll go on to work. If not, I'll turn and go home. Held pressure, no problem. Great, the whole way to work, even after work, getting off, going home, still had plenty of pressure in the tire. So I don't know what the deal is. Maybe there's a nail, maybe there's not. I don't know. Then I get like attacked by a pterodactyl on the way in. Pterodactyl, turkey vulture, buzzard, whatever the thing is the spot. I'm almost at the same spot up here now. But you kind of curve through these little spots and you kind of come up a little hill. I guess it was sitting in the trees and it decided it was going to swoop down and get some roadkill, and it didn't hear me coming. So it comes down, it's like right in front of me. It's like, oh crap, there's a bike that starts trying to pull up, hit the windshield, the top of it, just nipped it with its feet or something. I'm not sure what it hit. Just tapped the windshield, and then its wings hit me on the helmet as it flew off. It kind of made it, just barely pulled up. So I was like, man, this is great. This is great. Flat tire, not flat, but nail in the tire, possible tire issues. My butt's sitting here getting wet because the bag is not actually waterproof. So I feel my ass getting wet. So I don't wear my tan pants. So I'm going to have a nice big wet spot on my ass at work walking around. Great. And then a pterodactyl almost takes out my windshield. So great start to the morning. It's just awesome. I loved it. And by the way, you can see I'm in the car, which is normally not something I do, take the car to work. But on the way home yesterday, water pump decides to go out on the bike. Spitting water out, and it's overheating. I stopped and got gas. I thought I heard like a weird noise, and I'm like, I thought it was the fans or something. I was like, what is that? And I was like, what's everything's fine. So let me just shut it off. Went in and got gas. And then I'm on the phone talking to Laura on the phone, and then some guys talking to me at the pump. So I'm not really paying a whole lot of attention. I'm kind of distracted. Get it started up, backed up, and the guy's still talking to me, and I can't really hear what he's saying. And I'm trying to talk to Laura and tell her what's up. And then so then I leave and take off, make it about a mile and a half down the road, 2 miles, and it starts overheating. I look down, notice the temperature gauge. I'm like, oh crap, what's going on? Pull into a Dollar General right there, just happened to be at one. So I pull in there and get off the bike, leave it running, listening to the fans, took my helmet off. I can hear the fans. Everything is, like, okay, it's what's going on here. So I'm checking everything out, and everything seemed to be okay. I didn't hear any weird noises at that point. Fans are running. I'm like, all right, what is going on? So I shut the bike off and I'm kind of walking around looking at it, and some steam starts to come up off the engine from the right-hand side. I'm like, oh, great. Looking under it, sure enough, coolant's pouring out on the ground. I'm like, man, I got a busted radiator or busted hose or something's bad. And now it's spitting out water. So I put my helmet back on and turn on my headset, and I call Laura and let her know, like, hey, I got a problem with the bike. I'm not going to be home all the time. And then I look back under there, and no water's coming out anymore. And I'm like, okay, I know it didn't just spit out all the water it had. That's not the issue. It can't be the problem. So I tell her, let me call you back. Let me try and see what's going on. So it cooled off. It's in there about 10 minutes, something like that. Maybe 5. Started back up. It's sitting on cool. I'm like, great. So I take off. Of course, I feel like the tire's weird, but the pressure's fine. So I'm like, all right, we're still good. And make it about another mile down the road, and its temperature starts to climb. I'm like, okay. I was like, there's an issue. I'm not going to be able to limp it home. I was hoping I could just ride for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, pull over, let it cool down. If I do that, I could get home. It just take me a while, but I get home, it wouldn't be so bad. But a mile at a time, That ain't happening. So turn around, go back to the Dollar General and try and figure out what's happening. And I'm starting to think, at that point I still didn't know. So I just started trying to call around the people who work with me. Some of them live in the area, so I'm trying to find some folks, see if anybody's there where I can just take and leave my bike at their house until I can come back and get it. Well, I finally get a hold of somebody, Ivory Weldon Ainsworth. She's one of the engineers that works there with us. She's got he's the cutest little boy, 6 months old, JT. He's so cute. That was the good part. At least I got to hold the baby and, talk, have fun. I like little kids, so that part was fun. Anyway, she said, yeah, bring it on by, stick it in the garage, come back and get it this weekend, no problem. We'll be glad to store it for you. So big shout out, thank you to Ivory for helping me out with that. Her and her husband Jason, that was really nice of them to help me out. So I got the bike there and then just sat there hanging out, visited till Laura could make it there to pick me up. She gets me picked up and we head home. We get home late and I'm thinking about it. I'm pretty sure the water pump is bad. I think that's the noise I heard was the grinding, popping, whatever it was. I think the water pump went out and was done, and it just overheated because there's no circulation. As the water got hot, it built up enough pressure in the system that it did what they're supposed to do. The radiator cap relieved the pressure, overflowed out on the ground, the extras on the ground, and then once the pressure goes down, it stops, holds water in. That's what it's supposed to do. If the thermostat was bad, I would think that it would let, the pressure would build past the thermostat. Usually set up to build pressure, it blows past the thermostat, doesn't keep it closed. So I believe that's how they work. I'm pretty sure anyway. So, but if there's no circulation from the water pump, it's going to continue just to keep getting hot and it'll never cool off because you have no circulation through your radiator. It just barely moves, just the heat will move, but it just didn't circulate. So I'm pretty sure the water pump is bad. Either way it goes, I looked at a video this morning, and you've got to pull the water pump. It's the thermostat's attached to the water pump anyway. So I got to pull the whole thing apart to fix that. You got to take the whole bike apart. And as you saw in the last video, I'm working on Subzilla, trying to get it back up. It's not ready to drive around or do anything yet. It's been sitting for a while, so I got to do some work on it. So we're down to one vehicle, and so I'm driving the car. So just awesome. Yesterday was just an awesome it's just an awesome day. Wet butt, vulture attack, flat tires, water pumps. I was ready for that day to be done. So hopefully today's going to be better, and we'll get something figured out. I got another guy at work. I think he's got a truck and a trailer. I got to talk to him today, see if maybe he can help me get the bike home. If not, we'll have more adventure, and I'll be getting a U-Haul truck or something to come pick it up. Left the house at 5:50 this morning. It's 7 o'clock now, and I'm still not even to where the bike is. So I'll let you know it's 80 miles. It's a pretty good drive just to get to the bike. So, and it's not something where I can just take a water pump, and then slap it on right now. You got to take the whole bike apart. I mean, all the plastic's coming off around the body, and the back seat comes off. The gas tank has to come out. It's pretty involved, a little more involved than I thought it was going to be. So that sucks. I'm a little bit down about that. Like, man, that's going to be, and I'm doing it outside because I don't have a garage. So that's another day. I still got to cut the trees down in the yard so that I can build a garage and put it in there, have somewhere to do this kind of stuff. So that'll be, this just kind of puts realization I need to kind of get off my butt and put some money aside for that one and get that done. But it's been a rough year so far. Both of us have had COVID. You had the flu, and I got real sick, and then had like a little stroke thing, and then the washer and dryer went. Both of them went out on us. So we had to get a new washer and dryer. Had to put all new tires on Laura's car. It was time for it, but one of them got a nail, went flat. So I'm like, well, if I'm not going to just replace one tire, it's might as well just get them all. So I got all the tires put on. So we just, money's just flying out the door left and right, doing this, doing that, doing the other. So, yeah, this is a pretty rough road. I can see that bouncing. Sorry about that, y'all. Anyway, I'm almost to the pterodactyl attack zone, so I'm going to get off here. Appreciate y'all sticking. If you're still here at the end of the video, you're probably just related to me. One of my family or something that knows me watches the whole thing just because they're bored too. Still, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. More to come soon. Thank y'all. Bye.